One of the biggest scams in gaming history, The Day Before, the game that lied to us like they were a parent telling us the Easter Bunny is real. I initially wasn't going to talk about this whole situation, but then I got to thinking, and I could think of two very good reasons as to why I should. One, gaming journalism sucks. It's a big clown show over there. I have no respect for them, so I figured I could do a little bit better at least. And two, I actually fell victim to this scam. Now, I didn't have any money stolen. It wasn't anything physical. I had something far more important taken from me. My belief. I can no longer believe in anything. Heck, I can't even believe in myself anymore. This game has ruined my life. But to hop straight into this, The Day Before is a post-apocalyptic zombie game. You know the deal. Grab some guns, go bang, bang, bang to some undead people, and that's the game. It has been in production since 2019, and I believe they started posting trailers for it in 2021, which is what built this insane amount of hype, and it reached either first or second place on the Steam wishlist charts. Right there, that's the scam I fell for. I was like a kid accepting candy from a stranger. I just believed it. I added it to my wish list. But if you were to go to their website now and click add to wish list, you'll see that it takes you to nothing because the game is currently not on Steam. So now let's go ahead and start with the first trailer that was released for The Day Before. I believe this is the first trailer, an official gameplay trailer that was posted by IGN 1 year ago. It has 108,000 likes, hardly any dislikes, 5 million views. So it was pretty well received initially. As you can see, you got a little bit of mudding. You can go mudding, drive around a bit. You can run around this little gas station here. Got you some trucks, some post-apocalyptic gear, backpacks, guns, you know the deal. Game looks very nice as well. You gotta admit, those graphics are mwah, muy bien. Those graphics are about as advanced as the deepfake stuff Atrioc was. And as you go through the trailer some more, I'm of course not going to show you the whole 13 minutes. There's some Pepsi you can buy, but you can go through houses, towns, cities, loot. The map seems to be massive. There's cars, different kinds of cars, different kinds of guns, customization for the guns. There's a gunsmith, different areas. There's cities, suburbs, farms. This game seems like it had everything, which is what made me follow the breadcrumb trail and wishlist the game myself. I thought it was going to be awesome. It looks awesome. But the saying it's too good to be true exists for a reason, because this game seemed far too good to be true. It's like a gamer's wet dream, especially if you like zombie games. But instead of people going, woo, yes, we're finally getting a great game, and the gaming boners being propped up, unfortunately, all that follows is heartbreak, disaster, and tears being shed, mainly from me. I'm the one crying. But if you continue scrolling through their Twitter, you can see back in 2021, they were consistently giving you updates, screenshots from the game, going through. They gave you a little knockoff McDonald's burger. They just keep giving you constant updates in 2021, which is what you love to see. A game that seems promising, seems too good to be true. Updates are necessary to make you actually understand and believe that the game is real and it's going to deliver on all the promises that it's gave you. But Fantastic, which is the game studio that's producing this, they seem to stop posting updates right around that time of October 14th of 2021, and they started posting updates about their Prop Knot game because they made Prop Knot as well. You may be more familiar with that. It's a more popular game. And ever since then, if you just scroll through their Twitter, there's not a whole lot of updates at all. But the news that they did initially release, the game was supposed to release, I believe, at the beginning of this year initially. But then they came out and said that The Day Before is currently switching to Unreal Engine 5 and being delayed to March 2023 as a result. And as the time I'm recording this, it's currently February 9th. And I'll tell you, the release date isn't anytime too soon. And then the fateful day that everybody dreaded was January 25th of 2023. They came out and said this: "Dear fans, right before the release, Steam blocked our game page at the request of a private individual because the name The Day Before. As you know, our game was announced in January 2021. At the time of the announcement, the day before game trademark was available." So pretty much what they're saying is that they didn't trademark their game title while they were developing it. They didn't think to claim the name so they could actually release this game. They just developed the game, promoted it with this name, and then some snot-nosed little twerp can just go to the copyright office or however you do that and copyright this name to make them not be able to use it. They can trademark it and take that from them because for some reason they didn't trademark the name. I feel like the first thing you should do when making a game is come up with a title and then trademark and copyright or whatever that title so nobody else can take it. But for some reason, they decided that was going to be like the last thing they did. But they continue and say, after the announcement of the game, the above-mentioned individual filled out an application before us to register the game trademark the day before in the United States. And that right there, even if it is just like an elaborate little lie to keep getting investors to, you know, invest in their game and get as much money out of it as they can by continually delaying it, it's just dumb, if nothing else. It just proves how stupid you are to not fill out a trademark before you start promoting the game. And then they go blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. As a result, we have made the difficult decision to postpone the launch to November 10th, 2023. We understand this may disappoint many of our fans. However, we want to ensure we release the best game possible. But then they reply to that because they were promising a gameplay video very soon around this time frame. And they say, for the gameplay video, we will consult with lawyers first and then we can publish it. And then February 2nd, they post this, the 10-minute gameplay trailer that is official gameplay trailer from the game the day before. You see a sweet little intro here, nice little intro to the title card. And now I'm not going to go through all 10 minutes of this, but if you were just to scroll through and see, yeah, this is not the game that they were promoting. This doesn't look near as good. Also, it seems to be most of the budget went into this girl's ass. Like, there is really nothing going on throughout this entire video except, I mean, like, I'm going to be honest, I was just staring at her butt the whole time. Many people in the comments were saying that as well. Game's whole budget went to her ass. Phenomenal. It's a good looking butt. Good looking booty. But yeah, this whole video is not what they were promising at all. It's honestly like they're just spitting in every fan's faces. Really, it's like they're just walking up in front of every fan and like shoving their face in their butt crack and just farting in their nostrils. It's an insult, really, what they put out here. This is a stinky excuse for a game. Like, this right here, they kill a total of, like, less than 10 zombies in this entire 10-minute trailer. It's absolutely bananas. Like, this is not the game you were promoting. That trailer from a year ago looks far, far better. Because all this 10-minute trailer is just nothing going on. It's just an empty wasteland with... And there's some zombies that pop up right here, and they don't even shoot them. They just stare at them. Like, there's no action that's been going on this whole 6 minutes of the trailer. You see zombies, and then they leave them. They just hide from the zombies and run away. Tuck their tails and run. They don't even want you to think this game's cool. You're going inside and outside, inside and outside. Just a walking simulator. Oh, a zombie. Things are heating up now. It's getting good. It's getting real good. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. 3 zombies within a 30-second time span? We're getting hot in the kitchen now. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's the end of the video. Just when it was getting spicy, man. Just when it was finally heating up. And this video, as well as the previous initial trailer that I showed you, I haven't brought this up until now, but there were some game developers that looked at it and said that it was a vertical slice.
The lighting is just excellent.
Told you,
Look at
show
this.
reflections.
Oh, man.
In an MMO, though? I'm skeptical.
How can they do that? I'm getting a feeling this has all been rendered. This is not...
I think it's more of a vertical slice on first impression.
Yeah.
A vertical slice, if you don't know, is this doesn't mean that the whole game is done and it looks like this. This is probably a section that they popped out, and we're able to
scared my cat by throwing that in the garbage. Sorry,
certain things look final when they're not. That's what happened with Watch Dogs. That's what happened with Cyberpunk for a lot of...
Yeah, so pretty much these guys called it. The game developers know how games do their little tricks. They said that it probably wouldn't look like this in game, and oh boy, were they right. They were more right than ever when they released their stinky gameplay trailer. Wow. But aside from this woman's voluptuous, nice badonkadonk, this video had nothing going for it whatsoever. If anything, it made me put the money back in my wallet, back in my pocket, and not want to purchase this game even more, if it even actually exists. But after that gameplay trailer, Fantastic got their little feelings hurt. They seen everybody was seeing through their charade. And they posted this on Twitter, February 7th, so 2 days ago, and said, "We live in a time of disinformation and lack of fact-checking. Anyone can say anything for views, and everyone will believe it. This information needs to be dealt with, as it can harm not only us, but also other indie and small/medium studios. It also has a mental impact on the members of such teams. After the release of The Day Before, we'll think about how to help novice developers deal with fakes and allocate resources for this. Destroying is easy, creating is difficult. So that tweet right there is obviously supposed to make you feel bad for the little developers, like they're working their little fingers to the bone to produce this game and we're all ungrateful. So there definitely is something fishy going on with Fantastic Studios and the game they've been developing called The Day Before. Up until this point, though, you could argue that it's still real. You know, it's still in development. You can have your hopes up, huff your copium, whatever you have to do. Hopium on top of copium. But what I'm about to show you, I intentionally saved this for last, like every good YouTuber does. This evidence is going to put the nail in the coffin and pretty much cement 99.9% that they have no intention of ever releasing or making this game, because they have stole from other games. That's including assets in-game, and even for their trailers they've released, they have frame by frame copied other successful games. Yeah, it's at the beginning of the trailer we just watched, the 10-minute gameplay trailer.
Familiar. Turns out it looked familiar because it is nearly an exact one-for-one, shot-for-shot copy of Call of Duty's Black Ops Zombies trailer. Other than the fact that it was made in the Unreal Engine using assets for The Day Before, everything—
Yeah, they just straight up ripped off the Cold War Zombies reveal trailer. Shot by shot, frame by frame. The only thing different is the assets, because they used a different engine and they couldn't steal the assets. But they stole everything else. There's also a pretty big one here. And you go to the old images. There you go. That. And then you see The Last of Us. It's pretty much the same exact text also. They stole The Last of Us little font for the cover of their game. So they literally stole every single aspect of this game. On top of it already being kind of shady, they stole from The Division.
Take this shot
The Division shot. The Division's on the right, and
The
Day Before's on the left. There's even that little dude in the corner. There's a dude in the corner on each one. I don't know how people just blatantly rip off stuff like that and expect nobody to figure it out. Like, naturally, you got people on Reddit that exist, and those people will look into every single pixel of a trailer to compare it and try to figure out what's going on. Especially with all the drama and wild stuff that's been surrounding this game, wondering if it's real or not, acting like it's a unicorn or Bigfoot, debating whether it exists. You think they're not going to pick it apart and actually find all these comparisons where you stole the compositions in the trailer, stole font, or copied, heavily copied font, and heavily copied the framing of these little promo pictures? Yeah, the plant as well, right in the middle. And this is the SnowRunner comparison.
Driving through snow on an incline with this dense forest in the background. This is quite clearly straight ripped off by this near identical looking shot from the game SnowRunner.
Yeah, apparently they stole a gas station as well for their announcement trailer.
And even some of the
even the inside of the gas station is insanely similar.
There's also this wood-paneled fishing and hunting section in the corner of the shop. It looks very, very similar.
It would be understandable if they just like referenced the game or copied a game in like one specific spot, because you know what happens, creativity overlaps sometimes. You know, someone on different sides of the world could come up with the same idea, but whenever you're blatantly just copying like 5 different games at this point, I think that's a bit crazy. That's where it gets a bit wacky there, and a bit obvious that you only really cared about putting money into this girl's ass, which I commend you for it. You know, good idea, but at least, you know, maybe work on the game as well. But then after getting bullied insanely hard, they pretty much immediately came out with this, saying playing the day before short. And I guess they held one of their employees at gunpoint to record them playing the game, to say, hey, look, it's a game, guys. Look at it. We really made the game. It's real. See? He's using a mouse and keyboard to play the game and move around. It's real. Look, it's real. It's on the monitor. He's playing it. It's real. We swear it's real. But that little, like, 20 seconds there, 30 seconds was surely going to change my mind. Also, it's not even available to wishlist, so I don't know why they're still saying add to wishlist. It's not on Steam anymore. It's gone. It's completely gone off Steam. So I don't know. It's crazy, though. It's absolutely crazy. Oh, yeah, apparently this was also an issue, too. The Day Before had unpaid devs working willingly for a common cause. So... But other than that, unless there's a crazy, silly, wacky update that comes out about this game, like some chimpanzees have been producing it the whole time, you know, they're smacking at the keys on the keyboard, trying to make a game, then I probably won't make another update about this. I just thought it was really goofy, and I wanted to talk about it. And it is unfortunate. Like I said, I had my hopes up very high for this game, and I've been let down tremendously. more than the day, this is hard to talk about, more than the day that I found out that Santa Claus wasn't real.